Oh, great. It's another guy on YouTube sitting in his car making a boring video. What do you know? Hear me out. This has some value to it. But first, we need to address this hoodie. How cool is that? I ruined my hoodie with a big bleach spot, so I tie-dyed it with bleach. It actually turned out kind of cool. It's alright. I'd rather have it black, but had to make something happen. I'm sick of ruining hoodies. It was an accident. Anyway, this video is in regards to Home Advisor. What are my opinions on Home Advisor? And you guys should listen to this, because this is something these are things you should take into consideration before you sign up for something like that. You need to have a little bit of capital in your bank account before you jump into this. I'd suggest probably at least like $1,000 or something. You're gonna invest. To sign up. It's like, I want to say roughly about $200 to sign up, and I cannot remember if it's annually or if that's just for the lifetime. You made the profile, you're good, you're in. I want to say it's just a one-time fee. But so the way Home Advisor works, this is the way I thought Home Advisor worked when I signed up. I thought, you had a big list of leads and you could pick which leads you wanted, and you could pay for it. That's wrong. That's not how it works. So the way it works is you have a service area selected. You select an area around your location that you will service, towns and bordering towns. And when somebody wants a service done that falls in the category of work you do, you automatically get charged for that information. So say Linda down the street wants her windows cleaned, or Linda, the next town over, wants her windows cleaned. You get notified that Linda wants her windows cleaned. You're automatically charged $20 or however much the lead is, and then it's up to you to contact them right away and do what you can to get that job. You got that $20 on the line. If you don't get that job, you're just out $20. Let's see here. So the problem with this is, the mistake I made, was I made a huge service area that I would cover. Up to 40 minutes away, and I was getting all these jobs coming in, and I couldn't even do the estimates because I can't drive out there and do them, and I'm in the field, and it was too much. So I narrowed my area down, and I still get jobs coming in. But the problem with this system, with this Home Advisor thing, is you're gonna waste money on leads. You're not gonna get every job, and the thing is, some of the leads are just dead leads. Quite a few of them are, actually. For example, this morning, I just got charged $20.76 for a lady who literally in her description said she wanted only the outside windows cleaned on 3 specific windows of her house. I called her up, I left a message, I said, listen, the way we charge, if I charged you for 3 windows exactly, that wouldn't even cover the lead fee. I explained that I had to pay just to speak with her, just for her information. So I told her we have a $99 minimum service charge when it comes to window cleaning. I suggest, to get the most bang for your buck, you get all your windows cleaned in your house. It's very rare that we ever clean specific windows and stuff. So we'll see if she calls back. But regardless, if she calls back or not, I'm out that money, which is a bummer. So there's the leads. And you do have the option to pause these leads for up to 48 hours. And you can just keep pausing every 48 hours. But you're busy. You're going to forget to pause it. It sucks. So the leads are going to come in regardless. Now there's two types of ways to get leads with Home Advisor. So there's a tab called Leads, and then there's a tab called Opportunities. And I don't really know how a client falls in either one. All I know is the opportunity works out better for me, it seems like. The opportunity, it shows that, Linda or Joe H wants a roof wash. He wants his roof cleaned. And then you can see usually a little description. Sometimes they don't put one, sometimes they'll put a few words, and the description might say, I have a section of moss on my roof I want cleaned. And that's the thing with Home Advisor I come across time and time again, is people just wanting little sections and little pieces done. It's very frustrating. So, and then so that you have the opportunity. So you can click on it and you can click, I'm interested or not interested. If you're not interested, it goes away. If you're interested, then you get charged and then you can go call him. I kind of prefer that because I'm not pressured into paying for the lead instantly. But with the opportunities, it's, I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what qualifies the homeowner to fall in either category, but I've had people actually choose my company specifically to speak with me about getting their roof cleaned or whatnot. And I have to click if I'm interested or not if I want to speak to them. So, would I recommend Home Advisor? Probably not for you. If I go back in time, I probably wouldn't have Home Advisor right now. I would have waited until next year. So the only way I see Home Advisor working, in my professional opinion, would be you have to have a guy doing estimates all day. You have to have a separate employee that does, what he does is, he does like email work, he follows up with clients, he calls prospects, he does cold calling. When people call for estimates, he goes and does the estimates that day, and he goes and picks up yard signs from the week before. If there's nothing to do, he can, for a section of the day, goes and does canvassing, handing out flyers. That's the guy I'm going to create for next year. It's kind of pointless at this time of the year to create someone like that because we're only going to be working for like another month probably, if that. But that's the only way Home Advisor is going to work, because, in my opinion, because if you're in the field, you got to be realistic. A lead can't come through and you can't call them right away and go sell the job. Maybe you could, maybe you're Superman. Me personally, I'm not. When I'm in the field and I'm working, my phone is blowing up, and it's a gift and a curse. I remember when I prayed for these days where my phone wouldn't stop blowing up, but then it almost kind of becomes scary. Like, it's like, wow, I really don't. You kind of get like anxiety, and it's like, wow, like everything is laying on me. Like, I just want to break. I want to sit. I want to stop doing something for a minute, and you don't have that option, and it's a bummer. So that's another, it's really important to get that person put in place, and you really and for that person to work, you would have to structure out their day precisely. From this time to this time, you're going to be doing cold calling. From this time to this time, you're going to be calling 50 prospects. From this time to this time, you're going to go canvass neighborhood A. Like, you have list of neighborhood A, B, C, D, and different zones, and they need to be canvassed every month. And you have a big list of these. From this time to this time, et cetera, et cetera. And then from this time to this time, you do estimates. So when people are calling and they want estimates done, you say, yeah, I can be there at 3 o'clock. So maybe 3 to 5 p.m., that's when you have your guy doing estimates. So he's scheduling them between 3 and 5 p.m. to go do however many estimates he gets. And if there's more, then he's got to work late, whatever. That's how that's going to work. And Home Advisor would be a beautiful thing if that was the system I had and put in place, because it's just leads coming through and he can go do leads every day. But as long as you can't follow up with them and stuff, it's pointless, because you got to realize there's competition out there getting these same leads. You're not the only one. So if you don't jump on it and you don't go do this estimate right away, your competition's going to go do it. So it's kind of a long video. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should mention. But in summary, I would not recommend Home Advisor until you have the proper system put in place. Once you do, it's definitely worth it. The little $20 or $30 that you got to pay for a lead, it's irrelevant, because you're creating a customer for life. Once, that's another thing you got to realize. When you get a customer, you got to nourish the relationship and have that customer for life and create an awesome relationship. You're not just getting these customers and creating them as transactions, as one-time transactions. You build that relationship, that customer branches out into other people. So that little lead fee is nothing. technically, if you're breaking down the money that's coming in on each job, you should have a certain dollar amount that you're willing to spend just to acquire one client. And it should be, depending on your average ticket, you know, up to like $100 or something, you know. And that's another reason why, you know, that's the reason why the lead is it's whatever it costs. Takes money to make money. So, but that's another thing I'll get into. I'll get into how I use like SendJim and stuff. SendJim is a really cool app to really nourish your clients and preserve those relationships and send them little gifts and thank you cards and show you appreciate them and what have you. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna hook up my proportioner and get my roof pump all set up again. I'm just kind of adjusting the setup. I had one little seal break on my proportioner, so I had to use white tape and screw it back on so the seal is airtight. I also downgraded the box that the roof pump is in, so it's smaller, it doesn't take up as much space. That trailer's got to be organized a little bit, but we'll get there. It still does the job. We got to go do a roof cleaning, another roof cleaning, a big storm window cleaning job, and a house wash. House wash, deck wash, and there's some other little jobs, gutter cleaning, window cleaning, whatever. So we got videos to come. I'm looking forward to showing you guys how we do this storm window cleaning job. It's a monster house, and there's a really cool way and a really cool little easel that I've created, and it's going to be really beneficial to doing these storm windows. Peace.